Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Swiffer here. Welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. Now today's video, I'll be showing you guys the best money farm areas inside of Fish. Now before you get to this video, make sure you like and subscribe as well, really appreciate it, and it does help out the channel a lot. And yeah, let's get right into this video. Alright guys, now starting off with our first location in this video, it's going to be all the way over here at Forsaken Shores. Now this is going to be southwest of Moosewood, and this is going to be probably the most beginner friendly spot I'm going to end up showing you guys inside of this video. So what you're going to want to end up doing is going all the way over here to Forsaken Shores. As you can see, we have ended up landing on the island, and what you're going to want to do is make your way past all these people into the back. Now in the back, you're going to end up seeing a little pond area, and you might see a bunch of people if you are in a public server, but this is definitely one of the best early game money farms inside of the entire game. Now honestly, I wouldn't really recommend this if you're like later on in the game, but if you are early on in the game, this is definitely a really good spot. This is the spot I personally use to end up getting like a very high level. As y'all can see, I am max level. I definitely sat here, but basically you're gonna end up going here. We do see a couple of people here, and what you're gonna want to do is just throw on a good bait right quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw on some rapid catchers, which are also really good to end up catching fish as fast as possible. But as you can see, this is a really good spot, and pretty much what you're gonna end up doing here is essentially trying to catch these things called mythic goldfish. All right, now they are gonna be here and they're gonna give you a bunch of money. So I'm probably not gonna end up catching one because my luck usually is horrible. But yeah, what you're gonna want to do is just sit here. This is a really nice spot you can end up using, and a really good spot for money. So that's gonna be the first spot I'm gonna end up showing you guys inside of this video right here at Forsaken Shores. So let's go ahead and move on to the next spot. All right guys, so the next spot you're gonna end up heading over to is gonna be Snowcap Island. Now it's gonna be right here, and it's gonna be southeast from Moosewood, which is basically just the hub for this entire game. But what you're gonna want to end up doing is heading southeast over here to Snowcap Island. Now what we're gonna end up doing is going inside of a cave, which is gonna give us some really good fish. So once you do end up selling over here, you're gonna want to go past these icebergs, and you're gonna want to make your way past these little blocks right here, and basically you're gonna end up seeing a cave. So let's go ahead and go through here. As you can see, that's the cave right here, and basically what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna go here and fish right here, and basically just gonna be a whole bunch of good fish. But the fish we're gonna mainly be after is gonna be these things called colossal squids. Now these are gonna give you a ton of money, and this is a really good spot again for people that are newer, but especially if you are later, you get a better rod. This is a really good and solid spot. So right here you can end up fishing right here, and it is a little rare, so I would definitely recommend doing this on like an Aurora Borealis, or if your server has good luck, or if you have a good rod. But again, this is going to give you really good fish, but the main fish we are here for is going to be the colossal squid. That's going to net you a ton of money. I'm not gonna lie, not trying to lose my streak, you know what I'm saying, but yeah, it's going to end up netting you a lot of money. It's a really good spot, and you're basically going to catch a bunch of fish. Also, make sure you have a good enchant. Right now I'm using abyssal, but you know, you can use a good enchant like uncontrollable or lucky or something, you know what I'm saying. Go do some research, look up some enchants you can end up getting, but me, I'm using abyssal, and this is definitely a really good spot. I'd say this is more early mid-ish game, but it's a good spot all around. It's one of the spots I ended up using, and colossal squids do give you a lot of money. So yeah. Alright guys, so the next spot we're going to end up going to is going to be the Ancient Island. This is going to end up being east of Moosewood, and this is going to be over here. So it is a little distance far from Moosewood, but this is definitely one of the best spots, like just in general for the game. So it's going to be a little far. If you're like a newer player, definitely get someone to end up driving you over here, because it is pretty far, and you're going to end up getting hit by these spikes up and coming right here. So it should start hitting us with spikes, but yeah, it's a little bit far, but definitely one of the best money areas in the game. I know this is one of the spots I personally use to get some money. So there we go. We ended up making here. We didn't get no spikes, and basically this is one of the best spots. So you're gonna end up going over here to the archives area, and there's gonna be this thing called the Exfont the Kiss. I'm using the fish radar right now, so I can end up seeing this right here. But yeah, this is definitely gonna be one of the best spots in the entire game. You know, depending on what type of build you got, what type of enchants you got, this is definitely gonna be one of the best. And you're gonna pretty much go here. You're gonna be catching these big old fish, these big old dinosaur prehistoric fish. Gonna be a whole lot of good stuff. And over here, I do notice that you do get a really good chance of getting mythics. I don't know if we're gonna pull one right now, but yeah, this is definitely a really good spot. I mean, I'd say this is kind of like mid-ish game a little bit, maybe leaning it towards end game a bit. But yeah, we just ended up catching a mythical item right here already, and this is just one of the best spots to end up catching mythics and stuff. This is one of the spots I ended up using. It's not the one I personally used, to be honest. Yeah, we caught something big, I ain't gonna lie, but this is one of the spots I ended up personally using. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's up to you what type of build you're using. If you have abyssal and you have good luck, this is definitely one of the best spots in the entire game. But yeah, nevertheless, this is a really good spot over here in Ancient Isles, and yeah, Alright guys, so the next spot I'm going to end up showing you is going to be located at a whirlpool. Now you are going to see these whirlpools around the map, but you're going to be looking for one with like a big old stream right here. And basically what you're going to end up doing is once you end up finding this whirlpool, you're going to end up swimming inside of it. Now basically, in my opinion, this is probably one of the best money areas inside of the entire game. But basically, once you do end up entering inside of here, you're going to be at the vertigo area. Now what you're just going to want to do is end up going down here, and this is definitely more of a late game area. I'm going to just go ahead and mention that right now. But what you're going to want to do is go over here, climb up these little crystals, and end up entering inside of here. Now you do need to end up opening this door, and basically you could either have somebody give you a key or something, but you still have to complete that whole bestiary. But you know, it doesn't really take that long, I'm gonna be honest. But what you're gonna want to do is just quickly go ahead and end up completing this parkour course. It's not difficult at all, it's really easy. Make sure you have your brightness all the way up as well, so just go in your settings and turn your brightness all the way up. But yeah, this is a really easy parkour course. As I say, as I almost died, I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna end up doing that little parkour course, and you're gonna be at the spot right now. So we're just gonna go ahead and go to the back here. My game is lagging a little bit, and the best money spot in the entire game is gonna be over here in the depths. All right, and basically what you're gonna end up wanting to do is just swim over here in the back, and we're gonna end up seeing that legendary bridge over here. Now there's somebody already fishing up here, but yeah, this is definitely more of an end game area, but it's still one of the best money farms inside of the entire game. So what you're gonna want to do is just go right here where you see this dude over here fishing, and this is where you're gonna find some of the best and most expensive fishes inside of the entire game. So as you can see, we just caught a mythic fish, our first one, and this guy's a little fast, I ain't gonna lie, but luckily for us, we have one of the best rods in the inside of the entire game. So let's go ahead and catch this fish, and you already know we caught something good first try, and boom, look at that fish right there, the negative barlife fish. You already know he's selling for a lot. Now it is really dark in here, I don't know why it's this dark in here, but yeah, it's usually a lot brighter, but that's beside the point. This is definitely one of the best spots in the entire game to end up fishing at. One of the personal spots I ended up using to fish at is definitely just the S tier spot in my eyes. So you could go right here and fish up as much as y'all can, and honestly this spot is gonna give you a lot of money, I ain't gonna lie. The reason I have 15 mil right now is just because of this spot, because it just gave me so much money. So let's see if we can end up catching this fish. You already know these fishes are going to end up selling for a lot. Right here we ended up catching something decent. As you can see, we got a big sea snake, and yeah, over here I've been able to catch some really big fish. So yeah, this is definitely one of the best spots, and you're gonna end up making this down. It's definitely like an end game spot, and this is the place where you get the rod of the depths as well, just to let y'all know. But yeah, definitely one of the best spots in the entire game. All right guys, so the last spot I'm gonna end up showing you is kind of a little bonus area, but it's gonna be over here at the northern expedition. Now depending on how high you go, it's going to be how big and like how rare the fish you're going to end up catching. But over here in the northern expedition, you are going to be able to catch some decent fish, especially at a base level, you know what I'm saying. I wouldn't really recommend going all the way up there, because then you need to refill your oxygen tanks and stuff. But over here the northern expedition is definitely a pretty solid spot over here, and you could end up doing this at any point in the game as well. You know, anyone can access this, but you're just going to want to end up going over to the new island. And yeah, so it's going to be a decent area over here. It isn't the best area in the entire world, but we did end up catching something over here. As you can see, a big abyssal stingray. You already know that's gonna sell for a lot. But yeah, over here is a decent area for some money, you know what I'm saying. Well, I mean, like, it's all right, you know what I'm saying. It ain't the best thing in the world, but I did hear people telling me this is a nice area to spawn. So especially if you haven't really explored this area, it's a decent area to end up you know, farming. But yeah, as you can see, it's your boys over here. I hope you guys did end up enjoying this video. Make sure you guys do end up leaving a like and subscribe, as I would really appreciate it, and it does help with the channel. And yeah, as always, bye.